I'm Taiho Yamada from MOK, and we're here at NAMM 2019, and we're introducing the Waverazor Dual Oscillator module. And it takes our patent-pending oscillator design from our Waverazor plugin and drops it into Eurorack format. It's a dual oscillator. So what we have is 2 high-res CV inputs and then 20 modulation inputs for CV. In addition to that, we have 20 MIDI CCs capable on TRS MIDI input. This is the Arturia standard. We'll also ship with an adapter for normal MIDI cables. All these are simultaneous modulations that can route to multiple parameters in the Waverazor oscillator, the slicer and the subwaves. Like if you remember, the parameters that you can modulate are like pitch and volume and phase and DC offset, and even the waveform itself per slice. And then you can modulate the slicer frequency and the slicer duty size and a bunch of stuff. So that's why we have like a ton of modulation inputs happening. You can also route audio through the Waverazor slicer. So if you have an external oscillator that you want to slice up, you route it in through the audio input, and you have it, have everything there. There is a trigger output. So if you want to get your external oscillator, and if it supports this, if it supports hard sync, you can get the hard sync happening per slice in your external oscillator as well. So I don't know if you remember this, but we have this new synthesis concept called multi-sync that is multiple hard sync points within a single cycle or beyond a single cycle. So you'll be able to get oscillator sync happening in your external oscillator as well. We've got a multi-sync patch here that, let's turn it up here. Right now it's a sawtooth wave, but we can start splitting it apart in the tuning of the different fractions. And then I can start changing the frequency of the slicing. This patch has an audio input running, so I'm running the audio frequency generator through it. So you can see the step where it appears. It's a wave sequence that's happening right now. But of course, that can also be at audio rate. And then it becomes a timbral adjustment. CV capability is 20 CV inputs that are at modulation rate, so great for LFOs. And then there are 2 high-res CV inputs that are, they have high resolution for the volt per octave tracking, especially necessary up high, so high bit depth, and then high sample rate so that you can do FM into the Waverazor oscillator, which we're excited about because we don't do FM inside of the plugin. This will be, only available in the module. The modulation capability is like from our modulation matrix. You can take any single input and then route it to multiple destinations. Because, Waverazor oscillators can be very parameter heavy, so you want to be able to route things to multiple places at once. 20 inputs there. You have 20 through MIDI as well, CCs, all simultaneous. And then you have performance controls too that route through the matrix. Like you have these knobs that you can perform with. Those are macro knobs, and it's a touchscreen display. So we'll bring our XY controllers from the plugin and allow people to modulate their sounds with their fingers. There's a lot of good stuff. So we're looking at releasing this module in probably towards the end of March or April. Pricing on that is $5.99, and will be distributed through 1010 Music, who's our hardware partner, and should be available worldwide